Hello everyone, welcome back to the episode of Taekook Arranged Marriage. Today's Taekook marriage, I hope you will love it. Taehyung was heading towards the lawn along with his cousins and friends because now was its turn to get the turmeric applied. As according to the tradition, the bride and groom gets the turmeric applied separately. The groom goes first and the bride. Taehyung is not girl but his bottom here, so all the bride rituals he is performing, of course, with a happy heart. He was walking when he saw Yogi coming from the front, but in a bruised state, making his stop in his track. Young, what happened to you? Why your head is bruised? They asked him. It's a long story, Thay. I will tell you later. Youngi said while forming an anchor and left from there. Before Thang could say or think anything, he got trapped in a tight hug. Thangi, someone said, hugging him. I'm so happy to meet you that I can't even express my emotions. That person said, Thang, understand by now who is he? Thanks, POV. I'm also very happy to meet you, Jiminsi, I said. Jimin broke the hug, hearing his name. Taehyungi, you know my name? Jimin asked. Of course, who doesn't? I thought nobody told you about me, as they all have forgotten about me and were enjoying all the functions without me. I just laughed at Jimin's complaint. But where were you till now? I asked. My finals were going on. They just ended yesterday, and who would have known that Hyung will decide to get married all of a sudden? It was so shocking for me. I didn't believe Mom until I saw the engagement picture that Hyung is actually getting married. Jimin said, Yeah, it was very shocking. Someone said, but who? I looked behind Jimin and saw a boy staring at me, more like giving a deadly look. Taehyung, meet Kai. He is my roommate. He is my senior though, but still he is my best friend, or more like brother to me. Jimin introduced his best friend. And Kai, meet my Taehyung, my to-be brother-in-law. He is so beautiful, right? Jimin cried. Yeah, he is, Kai said, still looking at me weirdly. Okay, Taehyung, give me 10 minutes. I will go and quickly get freshened, ready, then we will talk. Okay, Jimin said. Okay, I said, swiftly my attention from that weird boy to Jimin. Kai, you also came with me. We need to get ready quickly. Jimin ran from there saying this, and I noticed all of my cousins and friends were no longer there with me. Huh? Where did they go? And I also realized that there is this weird boy and me only, and no one around us but you will no longer be beautiful. I heard him whispering in my ear with a evil smirk displayed on his face as he walked past me. What does that mean? Arthur's POV thing was laughing at his cousin's joke. They were cracking random jokes to pass the time as there is still time for the function to begin because the paste of turmeric hasn't arrived yet. According to the ritual, the groom's family bring the turmeric for the bride, but they are late because Jimin arrived just half an hour ago. Meanwhile, Jungkook was admiring Taehyung from afar. He was so lost that he could not see who is standing behind him until oh, Hyung, admiring Taehyung from afar, Jimin said loudly with a teasing smile which gained everyone's attention in the lawn. That's when Taehyung noticed Jungkook's presence and Tae turned his head sideways to prevent any of eye contact as Taehyung is still embarrassed by last night's conversation. By the way, it is not your fault, Hyung. Taehyung is way more beautiful than you can resist him. Jimin further added. Jimin, shut up, Jungkook said. No, I will not, Jimin said. I didn't get a chance to tease you before. I will not stop. Jimin said. No, stop arguing, you both, Mrs. Yan said. Jimin, go and take this turmeric where Taehyung is, Mrs. Yan said, giving the paste to of turmeric. And we are sorry for being late, Mrs. Yan apologized. It's okay, it's not a big deal. Mrs. Kim got cut off by a loud thud. Are you out of your mind? Yoongi said loudly as the paste of turmeric which was in Jimin's hand is now all over Yoongi. I am not out of my mind. You are. Jimin said. Oh, so this is all your fault? My fault? Yoongi asked. Yes, it is. I was busy holding the turmeric so I would not trip and fall it, but can't you see in the front and while walking? Jimin, behave yourself, Mrs. Yan scolded. Mom, it's not my fault. Why are you telling me to behave? Jimin argued back. Yes, he is right. Why are you not looking ahead while walking, Yoongi? Mrs. Kim supported Jimin. Mom, you are also supporting him? Yoongi said in disbelief. Answer me first. And what happened to your head? Why it is bruised? Mrs. Kim asked. It is done by him. Yoongi said, looking at Jimin. Jimin, you have beaten him? Mrs. Yan asked. That was not intensely, Mom. I saw Hyung's car outside the airport. I was so excited to meet him that I ran towards the car, but when I reached there, I saw that the trunk was open and he was taking out some bags from there, which made me assume that him as a thief, and I hit him, Jimin said innocently. Hearing this, everyone burst into laughter except from Jimin and Yoongi, but later Jimin also joined them. I was keeping them safely, not stealing them, Yoongi said, being irritated. Oh, I didn't know that you and I did was just justified. Anyone would have done that. Besides, I have already apologized to you twice, Jimin said. I don't need your apologies. You just do one thing. Stay away from me. That's all, Yoongi said, and stormed out of here. I am also not interested to be around you, Jimin said loudly, making sure Yoongi heard him. Jimin, what did you did wrong? You will say properly sorry to him after the function, Mrs. Yan said. No, it's not needed. He will forget about this by tomorrow, don't worry, Mrs. Kim said. But still, Jimin, you will apologize. Okay, Mom, Jimin said, pouting. But what about the mess that he created now? Jimin asked. That was not only Baul. The other Baul is with Kai, Mrs. Jian called him. Yes, Auntie, he came forward with a bowl of turmeric. Shall we begin with the ritual now? Mrs. Kim asked. Yeah, Mrs. Yan said and turned towards Jungkook and said. And Jungkook, you need to leave from here as you can't see Taehyung before marriage wedding now. I hope you will remember this. Too bad for him. Now he will not be able to admire Taehyung. Jimin teased Jungkook. Taehyung unwillingly blushed hearing this, and everyone present there started smiling and admiring the couple except the one. You just wait and watch what I will do to you, Jimina, Jungkook said while warning Jimin. I can't wait. You think about how will you wait, Hyung? Jimin said, smoking Jungkook off and said, I have a phone call to attend, excuse me, and he left from there. After half an hour, Jungkook went outside from his room when his phone is in search of strong network as he has a very important meeting to attend and he can't miss it. He went towards the lawn in hope that he was successful, but unfortunately he dropped his phone, causing it to land near the fence panel. He bent down to pick up the phone. That's when he saw the packet of powder lying there, but he didn't pay much attention to it and left from there. After getting back his phone, after 10 minutes, Jungkook was in his room meeting when the door of his room was opened. With a panicked Jimin came to his view. Hyung, who Taehyung, Jimin shuddered. What happened to him, Jimin? Jungkook immediately stood up from his spot. Jimin was unable to form a sentence. Jungkook ran towards the lawn. Reaching there, he saw a crowd gathering where the function was taking place. Jungkook went past by the crowd and saw Taehyung fainting heavily for air, and he was about to fall due to losing his senses completely, but Jungkook was quick enough to hold him. Taehyung. Jungkook tried to wake him up but patting on his cheek but got no response. That's when Jungkook noticed Taehyung's red itching skin with all small bumps on it. What is going on? Will someone tell me? Jungkook shouted in anger. We were applying turmeric on him when Taehyung started to faint heavily and started itching his skin, saying it is burning. Mrs. Yan said. Jungkook then remembered about the packet. He connected the dots and got more angry. Jungkook then carried Taehyung in a bridal style and took him to his room. Jungkook made Taehyung stand under the shower and turned the shower on. Jungkook then washed the turmeric off Taehyung's hand and leg and gently cleaned the area of his burned skin. Taehyung hissed at the sensation and slightly opened his eyes to see Jungkook. Jungkook, he whispered. Jungkook looked at Taehyung. Tae opened his mouth to say something but lost his balance. Jungkook quickly held Tae tightly in his arm, turning the shower off. Jungkook wrapped a towel around Taehyung's body and hugged him. Don't worry, you are safe with me, Tae. Jungkook whispered. Next morning, Arthur's POV. Taehyung slowly opened his eyes while wiggling in his sleep, but quickly squinted his eyes due to the bright light in the room. After getting adjusted with the light, he scanned the room but couldn't find it familiar. Then Tae remembered yesterday's incident. Taehyung instantly sat up and found sleeping Jungkook on the chair beside the bed. Was he there the whole night? Taehyung asked. And why am I with him? Shouldn't I be in my own room? Taehyung asked himself. Then he noticed that his bonds were neatly bandaged. Tae then again looked at Jungkook and said, somebody else must have done this. Tae assured himself, I should leave from here before he wake up. Tae thought and was about to get out of the bed when, where are you going? Jungkook said, holding his wrist. Tae turned towards him but kept his eyes down and said, to my room? No, you wouldn't go outside this room, Jungkook said, making him dumbstruck. I mean, you are not safe out there, so I suggest you to stay here. Jungkook explained himself, but I can't stay here either. Taehyung, all of that was planned. For now, I can't tell you anything else, but I will tell you soon. Till then, you please listen to me what I am saying, Jungkook said. They kept quiet, listening to him, and then nodded his head in agreement. You can use the washroom. All of your necessities are present there, Jungkook said. After a few minutes, Taehyung got out of bathroom after showering, but saw the room empty. Then he heard the door of closet open, and Jungkook, dressed in a formal looking, not less than a full course meal, came onto his view. They didn't realize he was going hurling at Jungkook until Jungkook cleared his throat, and that brought him back to the present. I thought you were also hungry, so I didn't wait for you and order the breakfast. Is that okay? Jungkook asked. Yeah, Taehyung said, and went towards the sitting area and sat there, watching the outside scenery to avoid any awkward moment. Jungkook also sat on the empty chair beside him and with his file and laptop, then began doing his work. Are you feeling better now? Jungkook asked. Good. Wait a little bit. Breakfast must be good. Jungkook got cut off by the knock. He was about to go and check when I will go and check. You sit here, Jungkook said, and went towards the door. The hotel staff arranged the breakfast on the table and left. You will not eat? Taehyung asked. As he sat there is food for only one person. No, just coffee will be fine for me, Jungkook said, and started sipping his black coffee. Taehyung started making faces, seeing Jungkook sipping his black coffee. How do people drink black coffee? They thought to himself. Everyone has their own preference, Mrs. Jeon, Jungkook said, still tapping in his laptop. Taehyung turned other side with his hidden eyes and whispered to himself. Was I too loud? Don't make it too obvious with your expressions, Mrs. Jeon, Jungkook said with a sly smile. No, it's not what you are thinking, Taehyung said with a blush because of the name. Then explain me what it is. The conversation got interrupted again by the knock. Come in, Jungkook said. Hyung, I will only talk to Taehyung for 5 minutes, Jimin said with a puppy eyes and peeking through the door. Jimin, come inside. Why are you standing there? Taehyung said. Jimin came inside and Jungkook stood up and left from there to give them privacy. Jimin, come, sit here. We will talk, Taehyung said, smiling. I also want to, but can't. Hyung will be back after 5 minutes. I have only 5 minutes to talk to you, Jimin said. Huh? He is not letting anyone meet you, or should I say roam around you, because he is saying that the culprit is here among us. That's why he only let your parents enter after the doctor and not anyone else. Even he himself cleaned your wound after I changed your clothes. Taehyung was speechless. After hearing this, he has nothing to say, not even in his dream. He thought Jungkook will be caring, but look at him. Taehyung, Jimin said, excusing Taehyung-sam. Huh? I am asking you that. Are you feeling better now? Jimin asked. Yeah, much better. That's good to hear, okay? Now I will leave. Now, otherwise Hyung will scold me, Jimin said, hugging Taehyung and left. Meanwhile, Taehyung kept thinking about what Jimin said. The door opened and Jungkook entered while talking on the phone. Jungkook, they called him, making him halt on his way towards the closet. Yes, Jungkook said, turning towards them. Jimin said, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about the changes in the plan. He must have told you, but I'm telling you again. I have cancelled the reception, keeping yesterday's incident in mind, and the wedding will take place in the evening, not at night, because we will leave from here as soon as it will get over. But I but you will get ready here. I will take some other room, Jungkook said, going inside the closet in a hurry and came back with a file. Listen to me once, Taehyung said, but Jungkook had already left from their time escape in the evening. Jungkook forwarded his hand towards Taehyung, helping him to stand up, as now they will take the 7-round walk around the fire. They were slowly taking the walk due to Taehyung's injury, but as they started taking the third walk, Taehyung hissed due to his bone leg. Jungkook stopped and saw the pain on his face. What are you doing? Taehyung asked in confusion as he saw Jungkook going behind him. But before they could do anything, Jungkook left him, carrying him in bridal style. Picking you up, Jungkook said, looking at Tae. Taehyung smiled shyly and looked away, blushing a little. Then they both completed taking rest of the walk in that way only. Soon all the rituals was done. They opened his eyes to find Jungkook looking at his eyes. Taehyung's eyes were teary because of this moment. He also saw his parents crying, and in the corner Yoongi trying his best not to cry. Jungkook helped Taehyung to stand up, as now they will take blessings from their elders for their happy married life. After a few moments, Taehyung is crying while hugging his father, who then helped him getting inside the car. For a moment, he wants to forget everything and go back to his family, but things are not same anymore. Mr. Kim also hugged Jungkook and took promise from him that he will always treat his son like a prince. Yoongi even threatened him that he will not spare Jungkook if he ever make his baby brother cry. To be continued. Everyone. After bidding goodbye to all the performing the last ritual like departure, they left for Jian residence. After 2 moments, thanks said while sniffing as Jungkook passed him the second box of tissues. They were inside the car as they were heading to the home, but Taehyung can't stop crying, remembering his family. I will worship, he said, referring to Jungkook's hanky. He gave Tae at first, which is now wet due to his crying. It's okay, you don't have to, Jungkook said softly. The car then came to help into the Jian residence. You okay now? Jungkook asked as he opened the car for Tae to reach. He nodded and placed his hand in Jungkook's and came out of the car. The Jian family left early from the venue as they needed to welcome the newlywed couple. They all are waiting for a couple at the entrance to welcome them. They are here. Jivan is excellent. In happiness, everyone laughed, seeing their happiness. Mrs. Jian welcomed them inside house, and then they did some of their family ritual. Mom, now please stop this. Your rituals tomorrow. I'm tired now, and Taehyung is also not well. Jungkook said, No, I'm fine. Rituals are rituals. We cannot postpone them. Taehyung says instantly. It's okay, dear. Jungkook is also right, Mrs. Jian said with a soft smile, but there is one ritual that we cannot postpone. It needed to be done now, Mrs. Jian said with a teasing smile. What ritual? Asked Jungkook. He forgot what a family ritual, Mrs. Jian said, indicating towards Taehyung, which Jungkook was smart enough to decode it. Only family Before Taehyung could complete his sentence, he was in Jungkook's arm in bridal style. It's a family ritual that the groom entered the house while carrying the bride in bridal style. Mrs. Yan said, smiling, "You don't need to be sad, Taehyung. He is your husband after all," said Mrs. Yan as she saw her flushed Taehyung. Everyone started laughing and smiling, seeing them flushed. He stared as he was getting red like a tomato by each passing second. "Now go, Jungkook is already as red as tomato," Mrs. Jungkook's auntie said. Taehyung looked at Jungkook, who was enjoying things. She stayed. They hit him on his chest, making out others burst in laughter, including Jungkook too, as he carried Taehyung to his room. Thus POV, Taehyung glared at him all the way to their room as Jungkook is not able to control his laughter. "If looks could kill, I would have been dead by now. Spare me, Mrs. Yan," Jungkook said with a teasing smile. Taehyung gave him the last glare and glanced away, hiding his blushing cheeks. Jungkook opened the door of their room with the help of his leg and entered inside, carrying Taehyung on his arm. "You go and get freshened up. Your bag is already here inside the closet," Jungkook said as he made Tae sit on the bed. "I will be outside if you needed any help. Then call me," Jungkook said, to which Tae replied with an "okay," and Jungkook left. Taehyung kept sitting there and scanning Jungkook's room, which is also his room from now on. Then he stood up and went inside the closet to get his clothes. After a few minutes, "I swear I will murder them if they are behind this," Taehyung said out of frustration, as he has been finding his pajamas from the last 15 months, but there are only relevant night dresses inside his luggage. It's either Jinhyung or Namjoon or Ryan. "Oh God, what will I do now? I can't sleep in this dress. It's damn heavy. But I don't have anything else to wear. There are some shorts that I can wear, but what about the top? I am not going to wear those relevant ones. They barely hide anything, and on top of that, what will Jungkook think about me? Oh God," Taehyung said in frustration while stamping his feet on the floor and went out. On getting out, he saw Jungkook sitting on the couch using his phone. "You haven't changed yet?" Jungkook asked. "No, I was going to," saying. Taehyung turned to went inside the closet. "Wait," he said, making Tae halt in his step. "Is there any problem?" "No," Taehyung said instantly, still turning away. "Don't lie. I know there is some. Wait, I am sending Jimin. He will help you out," saying. Jungkook stood up and was about to go out. "Wait," Taehyung said, making him stop in his track. "Jimin must be sleeping by now. Then don't disturb him," Tae said. "He doesn't sleep this early," Jungkook said. "Still, you should not disturb him. He must be tired," Taehyung responded. Tae didn't want Jimin to be here because Jimin will teach him more, and Tae didn't want to embarrass himself anymore. Do what you want to say clearly." Asked. "That you should not go and disturb his sleep. That means you are comfortable sleeping this way, okay? I am going to get changed," Jungkook said and took a step towards the closet while opening few buttons of his shirt. Taehyung stood there in completely confusion of what to do now. He doesn't want anybody else to know about his situation, but he doesn't want to take help of him also. Meanwhile, Jungkook stopped and looked at Taehyung confused state and shook his head due to his stubbornness. "You wouldn't get any help without asking Mrs. Yan, but still I am asking you for the last time. Tell me what it is." Taehyung turned towards Jungkook as he is now Taehyung's only hope answered. Someone has replaced my clothes with relevant ones, so I don't have anything properly to wear. Jungkook listened to him and thought for some minute and said, I have some new clothes inside, you can wear them. Just t-shirt will be fine, they said, and went inside the closet to get the clothes. There are some trousers also on the left side in case you needed them. Jungkook said, giving him a t-shirt. Thanks, said, and went out of the closet after taking the t-shirt. And what do you think? What will happen in the next episode? And why Kai did this? And what will Jungkook do when he get to know that Kai did this? We will get all this in the for future episodes. I hope you will love it. See you soon. Bye bye.